Well, hello there and welcome back to the HullCityFanCentral YouTube channel, where today I will be giving you my reaction, review and everything around Ruben Sellers' first interview as Hull City head coach, manager of the first team, all that goodness. He is there representing the new all-black tracksuit. I thought I'd go a little bit partnered with him and go for the all-black away kit that we had a few seasons ago. Nice little partnership, me and Ruben Sayers. So we'll be going through the about 7-minute long interview, be giving you my thoughts as we look ahead for his first managerial game in charge, being Watford on Wednesday. He does officially take charge of the club today, and I'm sure that we'll have a load of promotional stuff from the training ground as he prepares the boys for the first ever game in charge of the Ruben Sayers' era against Watford at the MKM Stadium on Wednesday. I have done a little partnership with the Watford Way YouTube channel, where I've given them a little bit of a preview ahead of the game. So the link will be down in the description for that preview over there. Go and give it a check out and go and tell them that I sent you. Hello from the HullCityFanCentral YouTube channel and all that stuff. So let's get into Ruben Sayers' first interview as Hull City manager.
Ruben, welcome to Hull City. How happy are you to be here?
Thank you very much. I'm really happy since I first knew about the possibility to come. Yeah, it has been pretty quick, but all my eyes was here. Obviously, I know the team, the club, the history, and I'm looking forward to start my journey with the team.
What was?
So he's looking forward to starting his time at Hull City. Apparently, he knows the club, the team, the history. So hopefully, he can make his own stamp on that. And it seems to really bode well for him, going from one of the youngest squads ever in the team that around averaged a 22 years old at Reading to Hull City, which is quite a young team, quite an inexperienced team, albeit together.
The appeal to join us?
Well, I think obviously I know the team from the history in the Premier League and different times following different players. And I think it has been a period for the club that you have been rebuilding, and I think the club is very attractive with a lot of possibilities and a lot of similar points of what we are as a technical staff and we want to do for the present and for the future. So definitely I saw a lot of similarities, and that's why I decided to come.
So it seems like all of his technical staff are very much on board with taking the club into this new era, this new direction, following the departure of Tim Volter. I must say that he sounds up to the task from the minute or so that we've been listening to him. So I'm really excited, I've got to say, for him, not only Ruben Sayers, but both of his backroom staff members that will be joining the squad to get their input. Of course, it will probably take time. There is the new manager bounce going around the Championship, as we saw Frank Lampard win his first game in charge of Coventry City. So maybe there could be the fourth win of the year at the MKM Stadium for Hull City. But don't hold your breath, I would say.
And speaking of that vision, what discussions have taken place between yourself, Jared and Ajahn?
Well, obviously they have their own vision through what they want for the club in the present and in the future. We talk a lot about playing style and the way that the club wants to do things, and actually also about the culture of the club. And I'm impressed of how many good things are already in the club, and mainly trying to make a common idea through that culture and the football-wise.
So he's really liking sort of the setup that there is between Ajahn and Jared Dublin, of the backroom staff that's already here and the higher rankings. So he likes that, I guess, in a comparison from the going-ons at Reading, we will say. This is certainly a nice flip of the switch. I've got to say that he does seem ready to take on the storm that will be a football club run by Ajahn Ilajali, with it being so different to any football team, how any other football teams ran. But I think that he's really come from the best position to take full advantage of it, coming from Reading, where transfer embargoes, point deductions, not getting paid, all of that stuff that we know about Reading, to then come to Hull City, where he can buy the players, he can get the players that he wants, he can get paid, he doesn't have to suffer with point deductions. It's all about what he can do as the manager, which I think will really bode well for him and his style of play, and him as a manager himself.
We're not currently where we want to be right now in terms of the league table. How confident
No, we're
are
not.
you in turning that around?
Well, I'm pretty confident. I think the team is good enough to be higher in the table, and I think that's why we are here. I think our immediate action is just to try to get the team out of that battle and try to move upwards, and then from that we will take it into the next level. The idea for me and from the technical staff is always to take one day at a time, one game at a time. So we are fully focusing what's immediately next because of our experience as in some other clubs. So I'm pretty sure we will create that environment that we want in the team, and we will create that football that we want to create, and the results will come with that.
So that sounds good, that he's focusing first of all on getting out of the relegation zone, not setting his heights too high to go promotion, to vie for the top 6. It is a tight championship table, and that could possibly come as a result of just taking each game as a time, as he said. But his main focus at the moment is to get out of the relegation zone, which is a huge thing, considering we are rock bottom of the table, with teams above us having games in hand, which is a fantastic feeling to have, to play the maximum amount of games you can do at this point and still be rock bottom. That is a fantastic feeling. So hopefully Ruben Sayers is a man sticking to his word, takes each game at a time. Of course, there will be some tough fixtures around this Christmas period, as there always is, and Hull City are notoriously a poor team around this period. But I have a feeling with a new manager bounce and with Ruben Sayers' vision of taking each game at a time, I think that we could possibly see an upturn in results. Of course, it won't take much, as we are on a 6-game losing streak. We haven't won in, I believe, 12 games or something like that. So not too much of a task for him to overcome that. But when you look at the squad, when you look at the cohesion of the unit, it is a huge task for him.
You met your new squad today. What were your first impressions?
Well, it was a brief meeting, so I know some of the boys. We played against them in the past. Have some reference from them. I think the boys are ready there just to start that comeback and make a powerful season. And I cannot have a better impression of them, really.
So that's another good point on why we wanted a championship or somebody of that level manager to come in, because they will know the players. Maybe not because they've worked with them at clubs prior, but because they would have got fact files on them, would have seen them play as an opposition factor, would have planned around playing against them, and now getting to play with them, getting to manage them, that becomes a little bit easier once you've already got the inner workings out from the opposition point of view, to then come internally and face it on that front. I think it's quite nice, and to have him come in as a completely fresh perspective. So no player in the Hull City setup has worked with Ruben Sayers in the past, has been managed by him. Nobody's got any links to Ruben Sayers. Whereas in the previous times under Tim Volta, yes, he's worked with a few of the players before, and that maybe swung his bias to play some players that maybe shouldn't have been playing. And you can even look back, and Rosini did the same thing, playing the players that maybe shouldn't have been playing in them positions. And every manager does it, but to have Ruben Sayers, for the time being, up until January at least, to have a completely fresh perspective, will hopefully mean the best thing for the club and for the players playing in the positions.
What was your first message to the squad?
The first message was very simple. We talk a little bit about the way that we want to do things, and on and off the pitch, and we talk about the kind of relation that we can have. we are not complicated people, so it's going to be pretty simple. But we need from the very first day everyone to show up on time, listen, and work really hard. Those are the 3 rules that we're going to use.
So that's good that he's not only looking for an improvement on the field, but to get that to have the improvement off the field, to have players working better together, to build a relationship in essence. The players, they've lost the relations with each other, as we saw last season. That every player was meeting up with players outside of the games. There was always an Instagram post of 2 players being together and then different 2 players being together. Whereas this season we haven't really seen it. And so you can see it on the field. There is no cohesion in the squad. There is no identity, no plan, nothing. And I think that's mainly due to the factor of Tim Walter trying to hammer in his style of play. Didn't work, and therefore the players suffered, fell apart because of it. So a new era, a fresh start under Ruben Sayers, and the players will ultimately thrive underneath that as they hopefully off-field become friends, we'll say.
Speaking about like first impressions as well, what will be your main focus when starting this job?
Well, the main focus will be to start to introduce our style, our way to play football as quick as we can, without overstressing anybody, not the players, not the technical staff. So we understand that this.
I'll pause it just there, just quickly to note, he wants to get his football style play in quickly without stressing anyone. Complete contrast to Tim Walter. It took a long time for his style of play to come in, and he stressed everybody out about it.
Process. We understand that we cannot just go for, too quick, because then it will become a chaotic moment and some doubts. So we need to start in the way that we want to do it, but we need to do it in a simple way so we can move forward together.
And sticking with your play style, and you've mentioned before about playing a game that the people love, how important is playing an attractive style of play to you?
Well, more than important, how important in the style of play or how important is an attractive style of play, it's more about what do I feel as a manager, or what do the technical staff feel about the football. And we feel the football about something that is really intense, really passionate, when you like to see your team being very aggressive when you don't have the ball, trying to apply that first pressure immediately when you lose the ball, try to play forward to try to score the goal as quick as possible when you win the ball back. And that is what it makes football attractive for us, and I think that is what makes football attractive for people. So we love that kind of football, we love that intensity in the game, and that's what we expect to bring into the team.
You can't really disagree with him there. His style of play, from words essence, sounds like an attractive style of football that could in essence work. It's worked at Reading. It's probably going to work here with a bit of a better squad. We know that he doesn't like wingers. That's good because our 2 best wingers are out injured for the season. But he can obviously adapt that formation. And as he said there, he's willing to listen to his backroom staff to what he feels is the best at that current time, and isn't just one to stick in his ways and hammer out the same formation, the same plays in the same mismatched places week in, week out, like a previous manager did. Tim Walter. Sorry, a bit of cough there.
And from a fan perspective, how will they see the team operate?
Well, I hope they will see a team that is organised. First of all, the team.
That's what we need.
That's a word that we always use. The team needs to be organised. My teams are organised, and then from organisation, we like also some organised chaos that it comes with because the football naturally.
Organised chaos. I'm loving it.
And the fans can expect a team that is really aggressive and the teams that is really quick in the attacking moments.
That's what we need.
Obviously, this is your first
That's
day.
Big what we need.
Into Hull. The work starts straight away, doesn't it? How much are you looking forward to being in the dugout with our fans behind you?
Boy, that's the best part of it, when the game arrives and you are in front of your fans and the team is performing in the way that you want and you are getting results. That is what everyone wants, and cannot wait to start.
How important is that relationship with the fans for yourself?
This is big.
Well, we play for the fans, and as I said,
It's what we've been missing since Liam Rosina left.
Into the club, and my feelings are for the football, not for the club. But I'm also
A manager for the fans as well.
My city club in Spain, and that's something that you cannot change in your entire life. So I love that passion from the fans that have been following the team 30, 40, 50 years through some different moments, and I'm one of them with my own team. So I think the football will not exist without fans, and it's very important that we as a club,
that's what we lacked under Volta.
Technical staff, players, we take care of them, because it's true that 1% is always there, and if we can get them in our side, get them excited about how we play, how we do things, if we can get them closer to us, I think we can create a very powerful atmosphere and environment at the stadium, and that will give us some extra to win football matches.
And just finally, you come into the club at a busy time in terms of the English calendar, with a Christmas period coming up. Have you just got one final message to your team and the fans directly to them to get them fired up? Yeah,
from now we go all in, all together, every single time, 100%, and there is no tomorrow, so every day is important, every action is important, and we are going to fight for every inch all together.
Get it on a t-shirt.
Thank you.
You need to get that line on a t-shirt. Such an important quote, especially for this squad in the current setup. To go 100% in, every game matters. There is no tomorrow. Just go in and do it 100%. That's what this team needs, especially at the moment, coming out of a bit of a difficult reign under Tim Volta. So there we are. We've heard Ruben say his first interview as Hull City manager. He will take charge on Wednesday. Tomorrow we'll have my preview and prediction game video ahead of the game. So make sure that you stay tuned for that on the channel. And I will see you over there. So make sure that you like and subscribe so you keep up to date on everything Hull City, as the skies look clear a bit for Hull City, as we hopefully will thrive in the Ruben Sayers' era. So I'll see you in the next video. Up the Tigers. Go on.